Hello, Matt. Welcome to the pre-game hangout of the next episode of Greymantle. You see a couple of the players here. This is our starting crew. I think Jen and Forda might show up eventually, so we'll see when that happens. But hey, it might be in the next half hour. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to chill here for a bit and chat. And we were talking about cover art for forthcoming novels, which you should be excited about. Speaking of cover art for novels, this behind me is the cover art for Quitters Never Die, which is a Basil and Mobius book that I have a story in alongside Richard Byers, um, Timothy Zahn, and Chris Jackson. It's pretty great. It's the basic pitch for this series is Indiana Jones and James Bond team up to fight Cthulhu. That's kind of how it goes, and it's really fun. So that's the Deathbringer, is what he's called. Ancient spirit of destruction. In his hands is a Gatling gun, if you can see. Yeah, anyway.
Right? Because you would think, just from what you can see on screen here, you would think he'd be a sword guy. Maybe like a flaming sword guy, but like you'd think he'd be a sword guy.
And let's
And
be
then
clear,
instead,
he
he's
is a
like
sword guy. He's just also a big gun guy.
also a gun dude, which is not what you would expect when you see the metal and the armor and the skill and the fur. Like you don't go Gatling gun. And yet it totally works.
Well, when you spend 800 years fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting basically constantly, you're a master of almost every weapon in the world. And he has this unique ability where you could just touch something and instantly know how to use it to the fullest potential, which is, well, the fullest death dealing potential, shall we say.
I'm just imagining you're an ancient death spirit. You pick up an automatic weapon for the first time and you just go, oh
yeah,
this is so much more efficient.
That just makes me think of the episode.
They should pass laws about this.
The episode of Buffy when I believe it was Angel being like, the last time I tortured somebody, they hadn't even invented chainsaws yet.
Yes.
There may be a chainsaw involved in a story with that guy. I'm just saying.
That guy.
Anyway, it's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
So we were talking earlier about how the weather is very strange. In Seattle, we had like an overnight 20-degree drop from one time of day to the next time of day, 21 degrees. January got here a little earlier.
It was not my favorite.
So do we start calling it Summary?
Probably not.
Summer. No?
No.
Okay,
no.
That's fine.
No, it was good to workshop that, but didn't quite do it for me.
Yeah, I thought I'd workshop it in public like this. I thought that would be the best way. Because, I'm brave.
You are brave. You're so brave.
Yeah.
All right, stop it.
Also, I suppose I hear today is what, World Goth Day?
I did hear it was World Goth Day.
Good job.
Funnily enough, when I saw that today, I misread it as Goth World Day, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
This is. Oddly enough, not why I'm dressed up.
No, you're just adorable. I've always appreciated the goth aesthetic. I just can't pull it off.
Oh, I don't know. You have a little bit of goth going right now, which is kind of nice.
Okay.
They're just like little hints.
Little hints of goth.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I feel like at some point I'm gonna let Sherry dress me and just like see what happens.
Yeah, that would do it.
I mean, honestly, I've learned a long time ago that I don't even need to get like the really, really pale foundation, like that's paler than my skin tone or something. I just slap on the right eye makeup and lipstick and suddenly I look like I'm a ghost. So yeah, the benefits, I suppose, of staying inside all the time, because I am deficient in vitamin D, let's say.
Every year I think that like my seasonal depression isn't that bad. Like it's not that bad. I use my sad light every day. I take a ton of vitamin D every morning. And then literally one actual warm sunny day, I drive around with the top down on the car and I come home and I'm like, oh yeah, it was that bad, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, winter sucks. Which is why I like spent this last few nice warm days out on my boat. And then I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll sleep on the boat. And then you know what it did? It cracked 20 degrees in one night. Woke up Sunday and I'm freezing.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Against my greater desires, I have survived ASIN.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I guess that's a take. How's everybody doing?
Doing
pretty
okay.
good. Doing
Apparently
pretty good.
it's International Goth Day.
Yes.
So happy. Wait. Miserable Goth Day to you. Yeah.
I am celebrate. So in character. I'm wearing my Oni shirt.
Yeah.
And I am most celebrating International Goth Day by wearing my ASIN makeup from last night that I forgot
Hey.
to take off for that excellent, smoky eye.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There
I'm
we are.
inadvertently celebrating mostly just because I decided to get dressed up for the stream today.
You look great. I love it.
I just don't let anybody see me without at least doing some level of drag. So this is
Amazing.
just like what I look like when I let people see me who don't live in my house. I had people over Saturday night and I'd been like doing boat chores all day, so I was not very made up and I apologized. I literally was like, this is the least beat you're ever going to see this face. So just know I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I literally apologize for not having enough makeup on. Somebody kind of laughed at me a little, but that's okay.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, looking at you.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah. 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 Amanda and I tease each other. It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
So, so I don't want to alarm anybody else,
Oh no.
but it's late May. Did you realize this? Because I
Yes,
was
I
all
hate
ready
it.
for April. I was like, "Ooh, April's right around the wait, no. No, what happened?"
yeah. What is that? Look, I am just looking forward to my various trips coming up
Oh yeah,
in
that's
July.
right.
In July.
Mhm.
I did actually do some looking into how much it would cost me to catch a train out to Indianapolis for
Uh-huh.
a certain thing.
Uh-huh.
It was prohibitively expensive, but
Oh.
yeah, no, I will at least be in Washington in late August. So that's a thing. So,
We're
Nice.
going sailing. Or we're gonna sit in the slip and drink bourbon, one or the other.
yeah, one or the other.
Yes.
Both of those sound great. But no, I will be in New York for a couple of weeks, from July 24th to sometime in August, like a couple weeks, sometime in August. The 11th, I think, is when I'm leaving. Then I'll be in New Mexico for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be back in Washington. So yay.
Nice. I'm going to Disney at some point late July, early August, and I probably should find out when that is.
Mhm.
Probably.
I'm not the person planning this trip, and when I am the person planning a Disney trip, I get like super obsessive about it. And this isn't my trip. It's my friend's child's birthday trip. And so the kid is in charge mostly, and then the kid's mother is doing all of the real like planning and organizing and making reservations and stuff. And so I'm just trying to have no expectations. I'm trying to not like get too excited about it. I'm like, I'm going to be at Disney World and I'm going to get to do the things that being there for this kid who is an autistic child with reasonably high support needs allows me to do. But what we're really doing is taking him on his birthday trip. So
Yeah.
I am planning my outfits, and like I might have bought sparkly sneakers, but like I'm not thinking too hard about it, because if I build it up in my head as something that is for me, I'm going to either be disappointed or disappoint this child, and I don't want to do either of those things. So I will, however, at the hottest point of the year, be in Central Florida, and I can't wait.
Well, then.
Everybody else hates the hot weather. I'm like, nope.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
I
for
would
me.
die.
It's for me.
I would melt.
I am a lizard. Put
I
me under a heat
am-
lamp and let
Hmm.
me bask.
Mm.
I am like ice cream. You must keep me refrigerated at all times. Or at least
Now, granted, the shade of electric pink I will be when I come home, because I guarantee you there's not adequate
Oh, yeah.
sunscreen in the world, will be delightful.
Oh.
And you all
I'm
will be
sure.
perfectly allowed to laugh at me for that. But
Mhm. Oh, we're gonna.
you're supposed to. It's fine.
Sparkly shoes, the sparkly sneakers comment made me remember that I got a new pair of shoes recently, and I was going to grab them, but I can't find them. So, uh, I bought Converse for the first time in years, and they're like kind of the swankiest ones I've ever had, because
Nice.
I'm used to like the no arch support in those damn things. No, like they're canvas, so of course they just soak through immediately if it's raining. And these are like the interior is padded. It's got like a nice sole. It's there's like a some kind of like coating on the outside of the canvas, so the water doesn't get through. It's like, oh damn, like
My
these are
glitter tennis shoes are a
nice.
Converse knockoff, but I do have a pair of Converse that they're black, and they have little unicorns and rainbows and stuff painted on them,
Ooh.
because I
Oh, that is
have
nice.
tiny feet and can buy sneakers in the kids department,
That's fantastic.
which
Yeah,
is helpful.
these are like kind of like a really deep red. That's like they're almost like I wouldn't say they're quite burgundy because they don't have that touch of purple in there, but they're a very dark red, which
Oh,
is just
nice.
that's just my vibe. And then like the
Yes.
black laces, and they just look so good. I love
Love
them so
that.
much. I
Love
saw
that.
we were checking the shoe store, and I was looking at these Converse that they had there, and they didn't have any in my size. So we went to the Converse store next door, and I just was like, all right, we'll look around, we'll see what they got. The first pair I saw those, and I'm just like, okay, those are the those are the ones.
Some of the shoes will just speak to you, and you can't say no.
Mhm.
I like buying shoes because, as a person in eating disorder recovery, as a person with body issues, my shoe size doesn't judge me. My shoe size doesn't change. Like, there's something non-judgmental about this is what size I wear in shoes, versus like all the things people do to femme presenting people's heads about what size you wear and everything else. Like, no one judges you for your shoe size. So shoes are
That's
kind of
fair.
my comfort item, and I have a lot of
Yeah,
them.
my
I have too many, but I'm not getting rid of any.
like my as were mentioning before our hangout here, my somewhat not questionably priced, but my pricey comfort item of choice tends to be artwork of my characters. uh and yes, I'm waiting to hear back from an artist I contacted about art of my isekai character. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, that's I've been not great lately. As some have noticed, I have been missing from a couple of streams, and I have been kind of trying to pull myself back together. I'm doing good now. I'm doing better now. But small steps, baby steps. But I was down, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do something nice for me, and I want to treat myself. So I reached out to an artist that I really like, which who I will absolutely plug here. Dr. Griswold's is their internet handle, and they are fantastic. They've done character art for me for a few different games, like a Star Trek Adventures game I was in, and a couple of L5R campaigns. And yeah, I've never been disappointed with their stuff.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to it. I think that'll
Oh
be
yeah.
very cool.
I mean, I just get excited by the process, like, getting like, oh, here's the initial, like, here's some pose ideas. Which one of these do you like? And then, like, the back and forth. I get excited every time I get an update.
I love that.
It makes me happy.
I love that. It's only very recently that it occurred to me that, like, that's a thing you can do. I don't know why. I think it's probably like something like shoes or like jackets, the different kinds of things that I buy for myself. That's practical, right? Like you got to wear something. Whereas like art, that feels very indulgent. At which point I'm going to have like some sort of guilt about spending money on myself in a non-practical way, which I'm sure is like a whole lot of patriarchy and conditioning that I need to get rid of. But now I'm to the point where I'm like, no, artists are not being fairly compensated. So me commissioning art is a good. What I'm actually doing is paying an artist bill so that she can put shoes on her feet too. And then we can go out in matching Louboutins and it will be delightful.
I do love Louboutins.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm a simple 85 girly, but I keep eyeing the SoCate 75. And I'm like, maybe. Do I need a SoCate? I don't think I need a SoCate. I definitely have put Louboutins on my characters. There's a moment actually in plugging a book, Femme Fatale came out last November, when Ruby is wearing the hot chick in hot pink. And I actually told my Louboutin guy that. I was like, listen, I wrote these shoes into a book. And then she will be wearing Louboutins on the cover of my next book. I've already discussed with the artist the red bottoms.
Yep. It's gonna be great.
And again, I'm going to send a copy to my Louboutin guy because he's adorable and like deserves all the nice things in the world.
Yeah, I know that whenever I tend to get artwork, it's definitely something that's definitely an indulgence on my side, just because especially with like the artists I generally commission, which I am finding out has definitely skewed my perspective on what the typical amounts people to charge for artwork are. But like I definitely have to like I set aside money. I make sure that I have this little like bit put over here for when I want to do that, because like we're talking about $200 to $300 is what I'm used to paying for the artists that I commission, and there are plenty that charge more. Like there are plenty that charge far more.
Well, and some are egregiously like undercharging too. Like absolutely have no idea what they should be charging. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I recently picked up a little side hustle that I think a lot of what I earn over there is probably going to get turned around and spent on art because it's an art gig. So it's a different art form, but like money I make over there, I can sort of keep in the community of freelance creative people and
keep
moving that around.
Yeah.
It's actually hilarious what I'm doing. I'm singing with the band, and my very first job ever was singing with a band when I was 15 years old. I had my first gig on my 15th birthday. So it feels very weird to be doing that again after like a long time of not doing that. But it's super fun. I was just in the band spreadsheet, like adding music that I need them to learn before rehearsal. I've been plotting with my drummer all day.
I was gonna say, are those requests or are those demands?
Eric, you've met me. What do you think they are?
Yes.
I mean, it goes both ways. They have also like given me homework and things that I have to learn. So
good.
So we'll do that way.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes of this. I think it'll be neat.
It will be fun.
Nice.
Or I will fall completely flat on my face and it will be fun for the people watching. So either way, someone's having a good time.
Reminds me, I have to once I'm back over stateside, I'll have to start looking for a day job, unfortunately. But I know, boo. but we shall see. We shall see.
I believe in you though.
Yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
I think you will. You'll find something that works.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I am sure. But yeah. So, who's looking forward to today?
I mean, I have got cool stuff planned. I
You usually do.
Yeah, I asked a question in the chat because I don't know if everybody watching this is aware, but an actual play does tend to involve a certain amount of collaboration with the players, like talking to them and saying, "Hey, this thing that I think is cool, is it really cool, or are we just wasting our time?" And I said, "Hey, do you think this thing is cool?" And they're like, "Well, my character is a little unsure, but I, the player, definitely want to know more about that." And I'm like, "Okay, fine."
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that development.
I'm interested because I was not party to that conversation because I have not been on the Discord this week because my kid's been sick. So I have no idea what's coming. The audience will be finding it along same time I am. It'll be great. We're in this together.
To be fair, my secret is I never have any idea of what I'm doing, and I'm
Yeah,
just rolling with it
yeah.
all the time. Every game I'm in, I'm just rolling with it. I have no plans.
I played in a
This is
Star
true.
Wars game yesterday that I finally looked at the character sheet like as we were getting started.
Yep.
Yeah. I literally was like, okay, I know what I was sent like backstory blurb wise, but I don't even know what's on this character sheet. I should probably look at that. It was great. It was fun. It went well. But yeah, I was like, oh, I said I wouldn't have much time to prep for this game, and I did not lie about that.
I mean, who was running
You
the
did all
game,
the work.
I thought you did pretty well for not having looked at your character sheet and not having played Star Wars FFG since the last time we played, which was like
It was
5 years
pre-pandemic.
ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a while
It was a
ago.
while ago.
I miss Star Wars.
It
I need
was
to get in the
fun.
Star Wars game
It was
at
fun.
some point.
What we are playing is a campaign that I am calling Knights of the Old Republic: Eternal Darkness, and it's supposed to be what KOTOR 3 would have been if it had been
Oh,
an actual game, rather than the MMO. It's not the MMO. Like the stuff in the MMO is not what happens in my campaign.
fair enough. Now,
Although there is a large time gap between, those games and the MMO, so it's entirely possible they could both happen.
are you doing this? Are you doing this as an online thing or in person?
It's online.
Okay.
And it was voice only, which meant I could laze about my bunk like a Victorian child. Like literally, I was just like draped across cushions the whole time in my nightie, like didn't even bother getting dressed. Oh no, that's not true. I got dressed for my morning writing group. And then I was like, you know what? No, it's pajama day. And I got back out of my clothes and laid in bed the whole day and played Star Wars. It was amazing. I recommend everyone lay in bed and play Star Wars for one day a year. Highly recommended.
That does sound amazing. Honestly.
It was delightfully decadent, but like there was nothing like what else was I gonna do? I'm on a 30-foot vessel. Like I could have tried to do chores, but I also didn't feel well. I was a little hungover, as I mentioned. Someone kept pouring bourbon in my glass on Saturday night. So I was
How did it get there?
How did it get there?
What heinous fiend?
I think we got 5 minutes
what
though.
mysterious rogue?
It was my co-author's turn to get me drunk because last time it was me getting him drunk. So
I guess that's true.
It's usually me getting him
All right.
drunk. So.
Well, on that note, we have 5 minutes to go before the game, so we're gonna break to go to some commercials. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.